Welcome to the next part of my advanced character matchup guide. Today's video is Aziawa. Aziawa likes to play around his teammates, but he also has a very nasty 1v1 game. So much so that I would say his 1v1 game is better than a vast majority of the cast, and he has positive matchups into nearly everybody. He has few bad matchups as well. As far as I'm aware, he doesn't really have any bad matchups. However, Full Bullet is one of the better characters at dealing with him, in my opinion. And this is due to a few different reasons. The first one is the alpha hits really hard and can knock him out of his beta, or if Aziawa goes for an aerial alpha, it will be very easy to know where he's going to end up, since he always does that backflip. You can change the direction that it goes, but you can still easily follow his prediction, since he has to wait a second to use his next alpha. This makes him rather easy to track whenever he's moving around with his alpha, and especially if he's on the ground. If Aziawa whiffs his alpha, you will be able to get 2 in the time it takes for him to hit 1, or go in for a punish with your beta. However, if he does land alpha, be prepared to eat a huge punish, as Aziawa is really good at that. That wasn't even max damage. But another thing I would like to mention is that if Aziawa, say, overshoots you, or he undershoots you, you can easily catch him with a jump beta. This is something that you do, that I tend to do a lot against Aziawas. Whenever they're trying to rush me, attempting to catch them out of the air with your heel can be very good at stopping them. And even if they're aiming at your feet, doing a jump will cause them to hit underneath you, and then by the time they reach you, your beta will be coming down into their face. So you will be dealing huge damage to them while they will be missing all their damage on you. Aziawa also has his beta, which moves in a very linear fashion, similar to other moves that I've mentioned, such as All Might's beta. This move can be easily predicted, as once he goes into it, his direction will not be allowed to be changed for a period of time. This means hitting him with alphas will suddenly become very easy, as he no longer has a mix-up game whenever he is in his beta.
No holding back.
And Full Bullet's alpha can hit 2 in the duration of one Aziawa beta. You can use this to knock him out of it and potentially close the gap against him. However, Aizawa's mobility is above that of even some rapids, so keeping up with him will be very tough. Generally, Aziawa will have to be taken out by kind of forcing them to play your game by either going indoors or waiting until a later zone where Aziawa can't run away as far. Sometimes you can catch Aziawa off guard and hit him with a beta on wake up, depending on what Aziawa likes to go for. Like if Aziawa gets hit and goes for early wake up into alpha, you can punish this, and you can grab him with your beta again before he flies away with his own alpha. You can do something similar with beta due to its initial startup. However, beta is a little bit more difficult to do it with, since he can go upwards with it, and Full Bullet's vertical game is not that great. Overall, with the Aziawa matchup, you will have to keep in mind that his special action will still be very good at shutting you down, and he will still be able to punish you heavily, as he is with everybody. In fact, I would even go as far to say that if Aziawa manages to land raw gamma on you, you might as well start looking for a place to reset, as he can go gamma into alpha, into either jump alpha or beta, depending on levels, and this will essentially delete your health bar. Unfortunately, I'm not too good at this Aziawa combo since I don't play Aziawa, but trust me, it is a thing that he can do, and I've seen it happen before. But just whenever you get hit by raw gamma and the Aziawa hits you with another alpha right after, it pulls you back in and hits you with a beta, you might as well have lost that matchup. And Aizawa can hit you. Aizawa will struggle to hit you with raw gamma though, as Aizawa, his close quarters game isn't exactly like as good as full blitz, so you are able to kind of space him out in that close quarters if he decides he wants to try to go for a raw gamma. Just make sure that he doesn't get any free opportunities against you. I will say that Aizawa has a very easy punish game on you. Due to your beta's high ending lag and gamma taking a long time to start up, Aizawa can punish you very heavily for getting too greedy, and he can easily grab large amounts of damage without even really thinking. It is important to note that you can go for either a second beta or a beta into gamma cancel. This can be useful for evading Aizawa's potential alpha, but a good Aizawa will hit you with the alpha anyway, since even with beta gamma cancel, there still is a large amount of ending lag there in the middle that he can hit you and pull you in with. Aizawa, I would actually give the Aizawa matchup a 50-50. A lot of what makes the matchup good is when Aizawa is flying around, you can catch him with the heal part of your beta and drag him into the main part of it, which will do hefty damage and will trade evenly with all of Aizawa's attacks. His aerial alpha, his beta, and his gamma will all do roughly around the same damage. But if the Aizawa does not have absolute pinpoint accuracy, you will easily be able to chain several of these betas and catch in his wake-ups and stuff. And this can make Aizawa feel a lot less tedious than he normally would to fight. It is worth noting that if Aizawa has teammates that can deal hefty alpha damage, such as a Mount Lady or All Might, and he grabs you with his alpha and the All Might starts attacking you, you will die. So be very cautious of this, as Aizawa, he still has like great abilities and can still deal with you rather fine. But Aizawa is one of the few characters, like Full Bullet is one of the few characters who can match Aizawa in a 1v1, as most characters really don't like getting their quirks shut off. While all you have to do with Full Bullet is simply dodge roll spam, or try and mix up your movements as much as you can in order to prevent him from landing an alpha on you. And if he misses that alpha, go in for a beta. Punish him for missing that alpha. The main thing you have to worry about with this matchup is knowing when to punish him. If you can punish his moves properly, you can easily win this fight. Punishing his alpha whenever he's at a distance is as simple as using an alpha of your own. And if he gets closer to you, doing jump beta or sometimes grounded beta in order to catch him on his way to you before he actually manages to land a hit can be also super effective, and you will actually have slight priority over his alpha in certain scenarios. So keep that in mind. Aizawa, overall, I would give the matchup about a 50-50. Aizawa is still very strong in a 1v1 game, but so is Full Bullet. Both of them have very, very oppressive 1v1 games at times, and as such, they can go pretty toe-to-toe with each other in the right situations. But the main thing I would watch out for with this matchup is if Aizawa lands raw gamma. As if a good Aizawa lands raw gamma, you will either take a lot of damage, leading to basically full health to around 150 HP on your own part, to potentially even a death, depending on how well the Aizawa knows how to do Aizawa combos. But him hitting raw gamma is something that you should not really let him do. You should try and space him with betas of your own or gammas. It is worth noting that Aizawa's gamma will hit through your own gamma. Like that. Okay. That's showcasing that you can hit him on the other end of his gamma. But Aizawa's gamma will hit through. It will hit you on the other end, but however, it will only hit a few ticks before knocking you backwards.
No problem.
I don't think there's much more to say on the Aizawa matchup. Overall, just focus on trying to punish him when he whiffs. And if he doesn't whiff, landing alpha punishes on moves such as his beta or his alpha if he's going for somebody else or trying to like escape can be very prominent ways of dealing with Aizawa too. Alright, next time will be Cementos. Ooh, what a goodie, right? So be prepared for that.